Okay, good morning, everybody.
Good morning,
Good morning,
sir.
sir.
How are you today?
I am
I'm
fine,
fine,
sir. How
sir.
about
And you?
you?
I am fine too. Okay, honestly, I got a little fear because of this pandemic. There are so many people are confirmed as a suspect. So I hope stay safe in home and always use a mask when you go out from home. Okay. Uh, Today we are going to talk about one kind of procedure text. Last week I have teach, teach you about a manual. So for today we are going to talk about one kind of the procedure text. It is about receipt. But before we begin our class today, I would like to check your attendance. Who's absent today? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Who is absent today?
Emmanuel Boy, sir.
Oh, Emmanuel. Okay. Never mind. And now one of you must lead us in prayer before we begin our class. Who want to be a volunteer?
Me, sir.
Okay, Ibu Yublina,
Okay,
please.
friends, before we start our class, let's pray according to our reliance. Start, pray, and pray.
Okay, thank you, Yublina. Last week I have already taught you about manual. So today we are going to learn about receipt. Do you still remember the definition of procedure text?
Yes, sir.
It is our subject last week.
Yes, sir.
So because receipt is one kind of procedure text, so it is the generic structure, the linked feature, and the social function is same with manual. But about the definition, I think there are some different definition uh, between manual and receipt. So today, the first thing that I would like to tell you is about the definition of receipt. Pernah dengar resep?
Pernah,
Pernah
Pak.
lihat? Okay.
Pernah, Pak.
So, receipt is a list of ingredients. What is ingredients?
Bahan-bahan, Pak.
Ya, jadi ingredients itu bahan-bahan atau bumbu. So, receipt is a list of ingredients that you use to do or to cook something. How about the general structure of a receipt? Do you remember the generic structure of a manual? Our subject last week. Do you still remember the generic structure of manual? it is same with the generic structure with the generic structure of a receipt. So there are three part. I think three part or three generic structure of a receipt. The first is a goal or aim. The second is a material of or ingredients, and the last is a step. So far, do you understand? Hello.
Yes,
So far,
sir.
do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next, we are going to talk about a linked feature of receipt. There are at least 6 linked feature of a receipt. The first is that receipt use simple present tense. Simple present tense is a subject that we have learned when we are in first grade. So the formula, I think, it is not a new one. The formula of simple present tense is verb plus the the first form of verb. Okay, I will tell you about a social function of receipt. There are three
Okay.
social functions. The first is used to describe how something is done. The second is provide a series of steps, and the last is the communicative purpose that tell the step of making or cook something. Okay, I have sent you a material, and in the material there are at least 2 or 3 example of a receipt, and I hope you have learned about it. And now, if you have a question, please ask me, or if you have understand, your task now is identify an action verb that use in an example of a receipt that I have already sent to you. Everybody hear me? Okay. You have 2 minutes to identify an action verb. Have you finished it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Yublina. Can you tell us 2 or 3 example of action verb that use in an example of receipt that I have already sent to you?
Uh, maybe fry the egg in frying pan.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Okay, uh, I think enough for today. But before we end our meeting, uh, we are going to conclude what we have learned today. Who want to be a volunteer to conclude the subject today? Ibu Wati? Hello, Wati? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you conclude the learning today? The subject
Okay.
that we have learned today?
Okay. Today we learn about procedure text.
Okay, thank you. Uh, Thanks for coming today, and see you next week.